Hey book lovers, nonfiction books are great resources for encouraging new passions in your child or encouraging current ones as well. Our 2019 fall releases are so exciting. I cannot wait to show you. If you have a child that is all about cars, they are going to be obsessed with this book. This is Top Speed Cars, and it is full of pages of fast cars with all of their stats and information about their engines and anything else you might want to know if you are a car fanatic. Definitely look into that one. Now, I am a huge sucker for unsolved mysteries. I love those TV shows. When I found out this was a new book, I was so excited about it. This is Real Life Mysteries. Can you explain the unexplained? Your child is going to feel like a detective as they go through and they read the witness statements and discover all the moving parts of what is involved in solving a case. You've got here and these are true unsolved mysteries, so that's really cool too. This is the unsolved case about Bigfoot, and it talks about where he was sighted and what people said about him, what they saw, and then you've got this case file here that breaks down the stories. It talks about the witness statements, it talks about the footsteps that they found, what they think he looked like and how tall he was, and the main theories and their conclusion that they've come to. They weren't able to prove it, of course, but what they think happened. Another interesting one is unidentified flying objects. So alien sightings, different people that have shared their stories of their sightings that they've seen or experienced or whatever. And and then you've got the case file for that. So it breaks down each of their stories. Could it be true? What their theories are on each of the stories. It's a conspiracy theory. And just different ways to break down and decide for yourself, what do you think really happened? So that is a fun one. One of our new Lift the Flap books is Bugs and Butterflies. Now, flaps are really useful because the action of opening and closing and being engaged and involved in what you're reading, along with the bite-sized information that's on each flap, is going to help your child to recall that information. I promise you, if you read to your child or they read one of our Lift the Flap books, they're going to remember at least one fact every time that you read it. It's amazing. I've seen it in my own kids. And this one, they're going to learn about butterflies, the life cycle of a butterfly, the undergrowth, the kind of bugs that live under the ground, what they do, how they live, and the kinds of bugs that come out at nighttime. Lots of great information about bugs here. Now, I am a huge fan of feelings books. I think they're so important. I think everybody should be reading feelings books to their kids. There are so many little ones running around these days that are so angry inside and they don't know how to express it. And it's just, I think that's part of our problem in society, honestly. But I love this All About Feelings book because not only does it talk about feelings and how to deal with them, but it also discusses social cues, facial expressions. I think that's important for us to teach our kids to recognize other people's feelings from their faces, because that's going to affect how they interact with them, right? So on this page, you've got all these kids here that feel all some type of way, and you have your child match the feeling with the face. So they're learning what those faces are alluding: happiness, excited, nervous, calm. So you have your child match it up. You're also learning about body messages and clues. And this girl here, Tara, is feeling tired. I can't stop yawning. Well, what would you recommend that Tara does? Take a nap. So it teaches them, if I'm feeling this sort of way, I can actually do something to change it and make myself feel better. So that problem solving is also important. Different kinds of feelings. This page is all about feeling sad. This one is about calm. It compares colors to feelings, how colors can make you feel a certain way. Sometimes our feelings are jumbled up and we feel multiple things at once, and that's okay, and why that happens, and how to talk about feelings. So this book is such a great resource. I truly think everyone should have it because it's got so many good and helpful information in there. Home Sweet Home is all about different kinds of homes all over the world and what actually makes a home. So this is a great book for comparing our lives to people in other countries and seeing that people live differently, and it really expands your child's world and gives them a look into somebody else's life. It talks about the different kinds of houses people have, how some people don't have front doors, some people have different kinds of front doors, kitchens, bedrooms where kids sleep all over the world. See, they don't have a kitchen, they cook outside. Lots and lots of different perspectives for your child to learn about in Home Sweet Home. And last but not least, the Usborne Book of the Moon. So this is in celebration of the 50th anniversary of us landing on the moon. So perfect timing, right? And this book tells you all about the moon, what it's made out of, the different shapes, why is it bigger on some nights than others, but it also addresses different stories that different cultures have told for thousands of years about the theory of the moon and where it came from, why it does what it does. This talks about an eclipse. It also brings in some history and Galileo and how he got the first picture of the moon and how that process was. So lots of great information on the moon in celebration for that 50th anniversary. So tell me, which book do you think your child would learn the most from, and which one are you most excited about? Tell me in the comments below.